called an offensive attack as the future cut quarterback, Mitch Trubisky, threw for 3 friggin' touchdowns, and they actually won. What dimension have we entered, huh, Liz? What's going to go on here? I'm telling you, I'm on the Vikings. What do you think?
I'm on the Vikings, too. The Bears lost to the Vikings, November 6th, and they held Dalvin Cook to only 96 yards with 3.2 yards per carry. So I'm going with the Bears.
The Bears?
If you can stop Dalvin Cook.
You're going with the Bears?
Okay,
Yeah.
I like it.
I had you
She knows her upsets.
No, I'm going with the Bears.
This is a toss-up here for me.
Even though they lost, I'm still. If you can stop Dalvin Cook.
No, they lost last week, but
Bears defense might show up.
Bears are good. I mean, Bears got it. They got Robinson, the third receiver, right? Or is that Jacksonville's?
No, yeah, you got it.
I mean, he catches a lot of passes. He's legitimate. They got Graham. They got Kmet. They got options. They have some pretty good running as well. They got Montgomery, Patterson. He flopped me last week, but whatever. So we'll get over that.
Okay.
We'll get over that. But I still think the Bears got this one.
All right, 2 for the Bears over here. All right.
2 Bears upsets, huh?
It's not an upset. I mean, they're both. I think their records are about the same. Trubisky
the Bears defense.
Trubisky is only what is this? He's only lost 1 game as a starter this whole year.
No.
And that was last week, not last week, but the week before last.
Oh,
Every other game, I think he started the season off 3-0.
Can we get somebody to
Then
check that?
they dunked him.
I don't think that's correct.
No, they dunked him.
They dumped him week 3 for Foles.
Foles came in and won that game for him, right? So he still got the W because he started it,
yeah,
right?
like a starting pitcher. Okay, all right. Bring us back to normalcy here, Brando.
I'm not sold on Trubisky. I am sold on the Bears defense. Where's this game at? Is it
Minnesota?
It's in Minnesota?
Yep.
I'm going to go with the Vikings.
All right.
They're both 6 and 7.
Actually, 10 years ago to this day was the day that their stadium collapsed by snow.
The Bucs got lucky. Wow. So
he knows other stuff
there you
besides
go.
the 90s.
There you go. So there's a good,
pretty close.
good historical fact on my side for the Vikings.
It's a curse.
Vikings lost to the Bucs last week, barely. I mean, what did Brady complained or he had a deflated ball or something? Whatever.
Oh, come on. Vikings
barely.
controlled that game.
But the Bucs slid by. But anyway, I think the Vikings are going to take it.
All right. Well, speaking of Brady, how about his former team, New England Patriots? All right,
Are you
going
Viking?
into Miami. Oh, I'm on the Vikings. Yeah. New England going into Miami, 2.5 point favorites. Now, this is Miami's. They usually steal games when New England's real good. So now this is almost the opposite. New England can play a little bit of spoiler. We got a 41.5 over under. They're not expecting points. This is going to be. I guess it's going to be pathetic. Very defensive. Miami's got an awesome defense, right? The Finns are looking strong. They've won 8 of 11, coming off a game where its defense intercepted Mahomes, the chosen one,
That's correct.
3 times, buddy.
Yeah.
That was hardcore. All right, now Cam Newton knows a lot about interceptions as he's thrown 10
And sacks.
interceptions to just 5 touchdowns. All right, Patriots are lucky not to have fans in attendance this season because you know what they'd be hearing.
Is Cam starting this week?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
They need a Cam chain on that one.
I'm going upset special, Brando. What do you think about that?
My
So
brain's
took the patty. All
my
right.
brain's really spinning on this one, spinning. But the Patriots historically struggle late in the year down in Miami. That's a known fact. Rookie quarterbacks struggle against Bill Belichick. The stat we heard earlier: 7-21. Belichick rookies are 7-21 against Belichick. And the Patriots are also good at stopping tight ends. And Tua loves to throw to Gesicki. Gesicki, I think, is going to be back this week. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
Gesicki's
Gesicki
something
is
else. I
so
like that
good.
guy, yeah.
Yeah, we still got Parker out there to go deep. We got the other tight end that backs up for. I can't say his last name. But anyway, he's basically a Gesicki 0.2. He can come in and play as well. I'm gonna go with a big defensive play from the Dolphins. The Dolphins do average about a half a point more than the Patriots, so it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be. They beat us 22-11 in September. I think,
But that was with Fitzpatrick.
that's
right?
with Fitzpatrick, yeah. But I think Flores is going to make the adjustments. I think he's been around Belichick long enough. He knows what to expect. He knows how to make adjustments. He knows how to get Tua ready. And it's going to be 23-21 Fins.
Wow, I like this very exact.
Breaking it
points.
down to the score.
Oh yeah, this is great. Todd, what do you think?
Well, let's set the facts straight here.
Uh-oh.
Miami is the only team in the NFL
Yeah.
to have an interception every game this year.
That's right.
Okay,
Oh,
so
wow.
so with that said, I'm going to pick the Fish to have an interception, and I think the Fish are going to win. I think we saw
The Dolphins are not a fish.
It's a mammal.
Come on.
Carry on.
Anyways, I'm taking the Fish. I'm taking the Fish.
Fins up.
No, I like the Fish. I lost my train of thought there.
It's derailing.
Man,
Liz.
I'm derailing.
I'm going with Miami. Miles Gaskin's back.
Gaskin's back, yeah.
Tua's getting better week by week, and I feel his passing is, like I said, he's getting better. So I'm going with Miami. And Newton got sacked 3 times and had an interception last week. So,
Every week he does that.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
And Baker, the sack maker, is going to be there to put pressure on him. It's going to be a tougher game.
I want to go back to Tua, and that was what I was going to say. Is last week against Kansas City, they came out late. They took the reins off of Tua a little bit, and Tua started getting off. And I feel that they're going to change their play calls up a little bit.
Week
so Tua,
by week, he's getting better and better.
I
It's
know,
crazy.
but we saw it in the fourth quarter. We saw it in the fourth quarter last week against Kansas City. Tua, they took the reins off, let him throw a little bit. Granted, they were in the prevent defense, but I think we're going to see a little bit more of a passing game from Tua, which is going to be it's going to be the biggest change.
All right. Well,
I'd like to see that.
Let's keep it in Florida with the Jacksonville Jaguars going into Baltimore. Favored by 13.5 are the Ravens. 47.5 over under. Hey, Ravens are coming off a huge victory on Monday night, as anyone who witnessed this game got to watch the game be overtaken by quarterback Lamar Jackson, who single-handedly won it with sheer willpower. You know that's what you witnessed. That was
That was a neck to neck
was
game, though. That was
unbelievable.
that was a high scoring game.
Yeah, it's like the rope-a-dope for me. Like they're just playing it. Lamar to the locker room. Let's load him up with IVs or whatever they're doing back there. Then they
Yeah,
really
but they're
needed
playing
him, and
the
he
Jags.
comes up out of nowhere, and he steals the game over. I mean, it seemed like a rope-a-dope. Like he just played flounder on the corner. Oh, don't look at
Didn't
me.
he have
I'm
like
all right.
a muscle cramp and he had to like exit the game and then came back and scored a touchdown?
Was it a muscle
Right.
cramp?
That's what I'm saying.
Or he had to go to the
That's when he
bathroom.
crapped in his
Like,
pants.
something. He had to take a
Did he have
a
pee
poop
pants?
or something.
He had pee pants?
No, when they showed the footage of him going through the locker room and he's running back there and he's holding his stomach.
He
and
had to
gets
go to the
door,
bathroom.
Pushes that
one
dude
door before I reached the restroom, and there was that
Diarrhea,
one guy
cha-cha-cha.
standing there going, hey, how you doing, Lamar Jackson? And he shoved that guy out of the way like,
He had to go.
out of the way, and went straight in. That guy had to take a shit. Let's just be honest.
You've seen me in a predicament quite like that.
Yes. So,
Quote unquote
Here
muscle
we
cramp.
go.
Diarrhea, cha-cha-cha.
So if we can throw it to this, I've been in this position before because back when Danny and Ev and I were on tour,
Asheville, North Carolina.
yes, we were on tour and we were standing in a vintage clothing
Were you
shop.
touching appropriately up there?
No, we're standing in a vintage clothing shop and we're all looking. And you know, Danny, vintage clothing guy, he's looking for, hey, do you have any vintage like bell bottoms? Do you have any old, 60s clothes I can pick up? And Evan farted, and I smelled it, and I was like, "We're in this vintage clothing shop where all these
Evan's
people
so
like
embarrassed.
looking for their vintage wares." And I smelled it, and Evan looked at me,
He sharded.
I know.
and he had that look in his eye. And
Something's
he said,
wrong. Something's wrong.
Hungry.
"He said no."
It's the opposite of fucking.
What did he say?
Evan looked at me and he goes, "I need to find a bathroom now."
All serious.
It was
And then
bad news.
Evan left that clothing shop and went to a supermarket right around the corner.
Waddled to the super.
Yeah, like your boy who was through the locker room.
Which I went to and then went into the bathroom to troll him while he was in the stall.
He
and I was
did,
like,
too. He trolled the
I
man.
walked in the bathroom. I'm like, Evan, how we doing in there?
Couldn't
how
even
we doing
poop in
there?
peace.
Yeah. So, Evan, you know what it's like. So, Evan, imagine if you were an NFL football player and you're on the field, and you're killing it. You're literally killing it. You're the reason why your team is winning this game.
But you feel it coming.
But then you're on the field, and right before that snap, you know it's coming. What are you doing?
Well, I'm an entertainer.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just let it fly right there. And hopefully my pants are white. And we're going to see some, we're going to make magic.
I mean, think of it. That's actually genius. Who in the hell
Who's going to
wants
tackle
to
you
tackle
now?
a dirty
Who's
diaper?
Come
Are
on,
you
tackle
serious?
Tackle this ass. Come on.
I
Tackle
know
this ass.
lots of dads
Oh my
out there
gosh.
who tackle dirty diapers all the time. All right.
Unbelievable. He could just run backwards like as if through a cornfield. No one's going to tackle this guy.
The funniest thing was the entire rest of that tour, I could not look at Evan without laughing out loud because I just kept imagining that face when he looked at me with that face of like complete ominous dread going, I gotta get to a bathroom.
It's like, oh no.
Yeah.
In-
It's like,
in a
this is about
vintage-
to end really bad.
In the vintage store. The vintage store.
Wait, did they have a bathroom in the store?
No, that's why he had to cross the street.
Who doesn't like a good poop
no.
story? I love a good poop story.
No.
Well, speaking of crap, the only thing to fear in Jacksonville, aside of having to be there, is the off chance that they get rid of all their players and instead let actual Jaguars on the field. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to. I got Baltimore. Is anyone? Let's just skip around. Is someone an idiot here? Todd?
Not with Uncle Rico. No.
No. All right.
Want to see my video?
He does look like Uncle Rico.
Everyone's Baltimore on this one, huh?
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer.
All right, let's stay in Florida once again.
Brady's
Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into hot Atlanta. Dirty Bird time. Tampa favored by 6, 50.5 over under. The Falcons are 4-4 since firing their head coach and will try and match points in this one against the Tampa Bay team that's headed for the playoffs, Todd, with their cannons firing off in.
Oh, I love that sound.
Do you really love it?
I'm a Buccaneer. I'm a pirate. Kaboom.
All right. What's going to happen, Liz? What do you think? I'm just going to tell you there's no way I'm going against Tom. Okay, me and Tom, we got a thing going. It's going really strong right now. I'm sticking with my boy, okay?
You going with tuberculosis?
Yeah, I'm going with Tampa. The first thing I learned about sports betting, and this was when Brady was still on the Patriots, was never bet against Tom Brady. So
Unless he's in Miami.
but he's good. They're 8-5. Yeah, I think that also their defense, Jason Pierre-Paul, will sack Matt Ryan a few times.
All right. Well, I'll give you a big thumbs up on that.
Oh, 3-finger high five there.
And
3.5
Julio's
finger
still
high
out.
five from.
Julio Jones is still out, so they're gonna. Yeah, they have to work that.
I don't know. I mean, the Birds always play them tough, and the Birds get them sometimes. True. They do.
Yeah, with
I mean,
Julio Jones in.
They got Ridley. They got Zacharias. They got players. They got Hurst. They got guys all over that team that can make points.
Are you going brain over heart?
I'm not. Okay. I'm just worried about this pick.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
I'm going with Tampa Bay because I can't do anything besides that. It's been haunting me since 79.
I think the Bucs defense is going to get it done. I keep betting on the Falcons, wanting to see them pull together. I think they got a lot of stuff going on. I keep thinking that team's going to come together. They might. I mean, it is a tricky pick, but I'm going to go with the Bucs defense to keep it honest and get the win. Brady's going to pull it off, and they got all the pieces and parts. They're starting to get their identity, I think. I mean, it's been a big question. Do the Bucs have identity? And I think they're going to roll in and get this win in Atlanta.
I know they did, but then Ronald Jones is out this week, and he was starting to be a big
He's not
identity
out?
of the run. Yes, he's
Is
out
he?
this week. He's on IR.
What?
Yep. Ronald Jones is not playing this week.
All right. Well, let's move on to San Francisco 49ers at the Dallas Cowboys. You know what this is? It's the toilet bowl.
The old dumper.
No one wants to talk about it. No one wants to pick it, just like our noses. I'll go San Fran. What do you think, Brando?
I got to go Niners on this. I don't. The Cowboys haven't been able to pull anything together. they're on the steady downside. So, not